Marisa is absolutely terrifying. Few combatants in Street Fighter's illustrious history have been quite as powerful and imposing as this woman. Existing as by far the strongest female the franchise has ever produced, Marisa stands literally tall in a league of her own. While this muscle mummy has a legion of fans for more reasons than one, her meteoric rise to stardom and appreciation has caught many gamers by surprise. So with that said, join me today as we discuss the lore surrounding this Street Fighter 6 show stealer, what she brings to the series, and how this unlikely heroine was conceived in the first place. Hello ladies and gentlemen, Big Daddy Top Hat here. This is the story of Muscle Mummy Marisa. Yeah. We would first learn of the existence of Marisa in spring of 2022, when her character design would be revealed to the world as part of the infamous leak that would expose Street Fighter 6's entire roster. Due to the minimal context that we had, the first time players laid their eyes on this character, it led to a lot of questions, with her unconventional appearance leading to many gamers questioning what gender she was even going to be, let alone her fighting style when placed in the story. But when she was officially confirmed for the game, footage of this fearsome female fighter would quickly reveal that Marisa is simply a whole lot of woman. Debuting as an athlete in Street Fighter 6 is vastly different to anyone who came before her. It got me wondering how this unique character was conceived to begin with. Marisa's origins in Street Fighter can be traced back to the development of Street Fighter V. An idea would be brought forward to create a fighter with an extremely muscular body that was juxtaposed with an attractive face. You could see such a design labelled as Miss Babbo amongst rejected Street Fighter V concept art on the Shadaloo Research Institute's part of the Capcom official website. The article showing off the design adds that this artwork was come up with when they were trying to design Laura. The muscular body, attractive face combo was implemented with the design for Seth's female body. However, the creation of Marisa would function as a much more advanced form of such an idea. On Red Bull Gaming's YouTube channel, we would gain the opportunity to learn even more about her design. Street Fighter 6 director Takayuki Nakayama mentions the idea always was for Street Fighter 6 to have a high ratio of new characters, who would feature new fighting styles that had never been included in the series before. Street Fighter 6 art director Konami Fujioka adds that Marisa started just from being a strong woman, but using just a strong woman as a base made it difficult to design an interesting character. The team would opt to explore her design a lot in order to build a solid fighter. He describes that they opted to not just make her a strong-minded individual, but also a person who is very affectionate towards everyone in her own special way, specifying that she shows affection to both men and women alike, suggesting that she may be bisexual, something that would later be confirmed in the game's World Tour mode, which we shall touch more on shortly. The Marisa we would ultimately receive in the game would look identical to the image that had been leaked nearly a year earlier. The Street Fighter 6 website establishes that Marisa is an Italian lady with ancient Greek heritage who works as a jewellery designer. Through day-to-day life, she seeks glory with a keen eye for beauty. Marisa appears in Street Fighter 6 as a huge imposing warrior who has very distinct bob-length red hair, which is recognisably styled into the shape of a Corinthian helmet. Many have pointed out that this certainly looks a bit weird, but at least it is memorable and distinct. After all, Street Fighter has never been about normal looking fighters. Marisa's trademark hairstyle is often hidden beneath an actual Corinthian helmet, one of which can often be seen in the game when she takes it to battle. Her look is further tied up with a gold necklace and a pendant styled in the shape of a spear tip, which links to her day job, which we shall soon get to covering more on shortly. Her formidable look is married up with her gold-trimmed black attire, consisting of a sports top, shorts and foot guards, along with red wraps she wears on both her wrists and calves. Finally, for a touch of femininity, Marisa wears bright red lipstick, shiny red nail polish, and has a beauty spot under her left eye, instantly presenting her with a look that has resulted in many players remarking that they would like Marisa to give them death by snoo snoo.
What are you, gay?
Speaking of Marisa's more sultry side, I would suspect that a large part of gamers' attraction to this character probably stems from the stellar voice work that Marisa has been adorned with. Her dulcet tones delivered by Allegra Clark, are delivered in such a way that they often scream sex appeal. Have a quick listen, no wonder so many are desperate for Marisa to step on them.
Talk about a great time! You're every bit as good as they say you are, Zangief. Though I suppose I should have expected no less from someone who wishes to be my partner for life.
Allegra does an awesome job of bringing Marisa's personality to life, expertly portraying this passionate, upbeat warrior who lives for the thrill of battle. As for these battles, she fights primarily using Pankration, an ancient submission-based fighting style that combines wrestling with boxing. Such a sport dates all the way back to at least 7th century Greece. Marisa holds deep pride in her Greek heritage and boasts a wealth of knowledge about ancient history, specifically in areas like Roman gladiators and of course Pankration. This profound connection is evident in her fighting style, as a multitude of her techniques bear names inspired by ancient weaponry and formations, including the likes of gladius and phalanx. Marisa stands as a formidable fighter specialised in close to mid-range combat, boasting exceptional damage dealing capabilities. Her repertoire includes a range of special manoeuvres equipped with super armour, instilling considerable trepidation in her adversaries, who hesitate to interrupt her actions. Doing so risks their attacks being absorbed, opening them up to devastating, punishing counters. A standout amongst her techniques is the Scuttum stance, meticulously designed to parry mid and high level strikes by forcefully pushing back opponents. This manoeuvre strategically positions Marisa for advantageous follow-ups. Within this stance she wields the mighty Tonitrus, an overhead strike, and the swift advancing Proceller attack. Most notably, she can unleash the on-fold command grab, a move that seizes opponents with threatening efficacy. Marisa's remaining special techniques all revolve around delivering impactful blows. For instance, Phalanx, a deliberate leaping punch, not only staggers opponents, but also leaves Marisa in a favourable position even when blocked. Likewise, her Gladius move manifests as a direct forceful punch. The potency of this attack can be further amplified by charging it, setting the stage for subsequent actions. Marisa possesses a level 1 super art called the Javelin of Marisa, where she launches an armoured discus punch. This attack has the unique ability to be charged, resulting in increased damage if it successfully absorbs an incoming hit. Stepping up to level 2, she wields the Meteorite technique. This move involves an initial upward strike followed by a forceful downward slam, both hitting the target twice. This skill enables Marisa to traverse the screen swiftly. Elevating her prowess to level 3, Marisa unveils the Goddess of the Hunt technique. This advanced manoeuvre involves her forcefully tackling the opponent and then delivering a devastating punch, propelling them into the corner. This sets the stage for an additional strike, contributing to the culmination of her critical art. What Marisa is capable of in combat though is of course just a fraction of what Marisa is all about, as although she loves to fight, these encounters also function as marriage trials through combat, as this loving woman desperately seeks for a suitable partner. Our ultimate opportunities to learn more about this fighter's life come both through Street Fighter's World Tour mode and arcade mode, so let's touch on both and how these expand Marisa's already interesting story. Marisa's love quest pops up in several different characters' arcade playthroughs, with my personal favourite being Zangief's. In Zangief's story mode, Marisa makes her entrance towards the conclusion. The competitive wrestler Zangief responds to an advertisement, believing it to be an invitation for a tag team partnership. However, Marisa clarifies that the ad was actually for a marriage partnership duel, not a tag team endeavour. This revelation prompts Zangief to navigate his way out of the situation, with him politely declining the marriage proposal and redirecting his focus to a wrestling competition that he felt certain about participating in. Marisa openly acknowledges that she playfully distributed the flyers with the hope of encountering formidable opponents to battle. She acknowledges that Zangief is an impressive catch in many regards, and despite the circumstances, she maintains the aspiration that their paths might intersect once again in the future. This scene is great, as not only is it amusing to see Zangief squirming and making poor excuses as to why he has to leave, but it's also hilarious to see a female fighter heavily sexualizing Zangief and getting horny for him. I've certainly never seen anything like this in a Street Fighter game before, and the first time I played through arcade mode as Zangief, I became an instant fan of Marisa. Playing through arcade mode as Marisa herself, of course, also reveals more about her. Marisa's narrative arc in her story mode centres around her deep affection for history and her unyielding pride in being a Pankrationist. She makes a solemn vow to engage in battles with her utmost strength. As she embarks on her journey, she encounters Manon for the first time. Amidst a throng of spectators at the Colosseum, it's Manon who singularly captures Marisa's attention. Intrigued, Marisa promptly challenges Manon, evoking an amused response from the latter. In Manon's conclusion, she emerges victorious over Marisa, who then proposes a rematch. Conversely, in Marisa's own conclusion, she manages to clinch victory in the rematch. In a poignant scene, they sit back to back, sharing a profound connection forged through their battles. During this intimate moment, Marisa candidly shares her outlook on triumph, defeat, and confronting adversaries of great strength. This candid conversation confirms Marisa's straightforward approach to matters. In response, Manon assures Marisa that she harbours no reservations about Marisa's perspective, provoking a smile from Manon and hearty laughter from Marisa. Thus, their camaraderie deepens as their bond strengthens in the crucible of combat. So that's Marisa's 3 places in different characters' arcade stories. But what about the game's World Tour mode? In this mode, playing as an avatar, the player first meets Marisa at the Colosseum, where she is playing with her lion Lucius. Beyond her martial prowess, Marisa's life is further enriched by her enduring companionship with this creature. This inseparable bond between them was forged in their youth and has remained unwavering throughout the years. As the player forges a deeper connection with her, more layers of her life story come to light. She shares her passion for engraving, a skill that eventually blossomed into the art of crafting intricate jewellery, and in a lighter moment she playfully confesses that in an ideal world she would engage in battles completely naked, following in the footsteps of her bold ancestors. Regrettably, she acknowledges that such a display wouldn't be met with the same approval in the present era, but this both builds up a better picture of not only how wild Marisa is, but also what a good sense of humour she has too. As she and the player avatar's bond grows stronger, the avatar engages her in intimate conversations, delving into the depths of her romantic experiences. She opens up about her grandmother's remarkable dexterity, recalling how her grandmother skillfully fashioned the most exquisite dress she has ever laid eyes upon. It's revealed that this dress was lovingly created with the intention of being her wedding attire. While the thoughts of marriage hadn't occupied her mind previously, the earnest desire of her grandmother to witness her wedding while she's still alive has sparked contemplation on the matter. Throughout this part of the game, Marisa fully embraces the concept of marriage. She proposes a unique approach to the player, assessing 2 potential partners, Marta, a female, and Diego, a male, through combat. After soliciting the player's feedback on the 2 suitors, she surprises everyone by choosing to wed both Marta and Diego, because as she remarked previously, Marisa has enough love for everyone. Taking this situation one step further, she even goes as far as to extend an invitation to the player to join their unconventional relationship should they be interested. Marisa really isn't exaggerating with regards to how loving she is. Speaking of Marisa's affectionate side, it always amuses me when she beats another character in combat and picks them up and cradles them like a baby. Her doing this to the likes of Zangief is particularly hilarious looking. It's little touches like this which to me makes Marisa such an endearing character. Never has a Street Fighter had so much love to give. It is due to everything we have discussed today that Marisa is everybody's favourite fighting game muscle mummy. So comment below what you think of this character and which Street Fighter 6 character you'd like me to break down in detail on here next. Yeah, cheerio.